Okay, people, so the prelims, man, we got some very good fights here, right? Very good fights. I'm intrigued. You know what I mean? We've got, how many we got? I think we got seven. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Yeah, seven fights on the prelims. We start off with the women's strawweights, right? We have Tecia Pennington against Luna. Boy, how do I say his fucking name? Um, Pinheiro, Luna Pinheiro, right? So, yeah, Pinheiro, she's 31, 5'4", 62-inch reach, and she's on a 3-fight losing streak. So she has so much to fight for here. She's currently 3-3 in the UFC, came via the Contender Series. Now, her last couple of fights, right? Lost to Gillian Robinson, who has just been killing it lately, right? And she lost to Angela Hill. She fought they were both last year, and in 2023 she lost to Amanda Ribas, right? She also grappled with Fiona Davis, which is, Fiona is a beast. So, I mean, that's the thing, she's gone up against killers lately. So, yeah, it's kind of tough, man. She's been knocked out. She's been submitted a couple of times. Yeah, it's been tough for her. Like, she got a knockout to get to the UFC via the Contender Series. And in her previous fight, she does have finishes by knockout and submission. I say TKO because, the ladies don't always knock each other cold. Can happen. Right now, for Pereira, she's going up against a tiny tornado, right? Tecia Pennington, right? She's 35, 5'1", 61-inch reach. I mean, they don't call her a tiny tornado for nothing, right? She's always gonna be the smaller fighter, but she's impressive as fuck. Now, she's coming off a win, right? That was against Carla Esparza. Now, I'd forgotten about this fight because when I saw Tecia on the card, I was like, yo, we haven't seen her in a while. But that fight was October last year, 2024, So, yeah, she's doing a thing, right? Came off, she came back, right, from, the baby and everything, and looked impressive. Put together a few wins. Then she lost to Mackenzie Dern and Tabitha Ritchie, both split decisions. Both tough fights for sure. But yeah, righted that ship against Carla Esparza. And, she's 10-7 in the UFC. She went 4-0 in Invicta. Tecia is relentless, right? She will keep coming like a tornado. And I think, that hunger is still there. So I think Tecia, I think, she's high, right? I think she's going to get this win. I think that's what we're going to see here, right? So we then move to the flyweights, right? The men, we have Park Hong-sung against Carlos Hernandez, which is a tasty fight, right? So let's take a look at this one, right? So, yeah, we have got Carlos Hernandez. He's 31, 5'8", 67-inch reach, coming off a win in his last outing, which was against Go to Membrello. Yeah, I butchered that. That was his last win, and that came in November 2024. Right? He's 3-3 in the UFC. Came via the Contender Series. That win was a split decision. Lost by knockout. He's been submitted. He's submitted people. Right? He does go the distance a lot. Right? He does, that does happen. But yeah, he's done a few grappling competitions. Right? He's won those. So he does have some submissions under his belt. Right? Now, he is going up against Hyun-sung Park, right? Peace of Mind is his nickname. Yeah, I think some fighters need to really workshop their nicknames. You know what I mean? Yeah, he's going up against Peace of Mind, right? Who is on a 12-fight rip right now. Woo! 12-fight rip. 2 wins in the UFC. Both stoppages. Right? That's impressive. He's 29, 5'7", 66-inch reach. And, man, he's coming with all the skills. Right? All the motherfucking skills. He's knocked out. His last fight, he won by knockout. Right? That was against Shannon Ross. Before that, he got a rear naked choke against Song Gok Choi. Hey, you know what I mean? He's won by submission. In the past, does like a rear naked choke. Now, we haven't seen him since December 2023. It's been a minute, but, right? I think when you have people on these kind of runs, and when they're well-rounded, I think there's definitely something with that. They've got all the confidence. So if you're coming in off a loss, man, you need to have your head right. Otherwise, it's going to be a long night. And I think Park Hyun-sung is going to carry on that win streak. All right, so yeah, that's who we're going with there. So next we go to the women's strawweight division again, right? You have Elise Reed against Denise Gomes. And Reed, she is 32, 5'3", 63-inch reach. She's coming off a win in her last fight, right? She's UFC. Last fight was against Jessica Penne, and she looked good. Right? Looked good in that one. She's fought some very talented ladies up in here. A lot of her fights do go to decision. Back in her regional days, she did win a few by TKO. A few subs back in the day, right? And she's going up against Denise Gomes. She's 25, 5'2", 63-inch reach. She's on a 2-fight win streak. Okay, so she also came by the Contender Series. She's 4-2 in the UFC, and her last wins were against Karolina Kovacevic, which was in November 2024, and then Eduarda Moura. She came in on a bit of a rip, right? She lost the first fight, but then she looked good in her next 2. Hit Angela Hill, right? Hit Angela Hill, who is the boogie woman. But yeah, she's righted that ship. Now, she does come at you. Gomes does come at you. She's like a little tank, you know, and I think Reed doesn't always like pressure. So with this one, I think I'm going Gomes to take the win. We're sticking with the ladies, right? But we're moving up to the bantamweights. We have Luana Santos against Tainara Lisboa. I think that's how you say it, right? So, people, Luana Santos, she's 25, 5'6", 66.7" reach, coming off in her last fight, right, which was Casey O'Neill, August 2024. She is 3-1 in the UFC, so that was her first loss in the promotion. Before then, you know, she'd stopped Maria Agapova, Stephanie Eager, Juliana Miller. And, Miller was a TKO. Agapova was a rear naked, right? So she's got those skills. You know, in the LFA, she's also got a submission, right? And a few other submissions in other regional comps. She does like an Americana, you know? So, yeah, she's there and she's going up against Lisboa, who... Thai Panther is her nickname, though she is Brazilian. So, yeah, I'm a little confused. She's 34, 5'7", 67" reach. She's on a 5-fight win streak. Woo! 5-fight win streak, 2 of which have been in the UFC. Right? Beat Jessica Rose Clark on her debut. That was May 2023. And then beat Ravina Oliveira in October 2023. So we haven't seen her for a minute, right? Haven't seen her for a minute. Now, outside the promotion, she's got submission. She's got TKOs, right? So, you know, she does have skills. It is in the regional, so the levels are different. Interestingly enough, she did face Norma Dumont, right? In 2016, lost by rear naked choke. She also fought Valentina Shevchenko, right? Once in kickboxing, once in Muay Thai, lost them both, right? So that was April and October in 2010. So maybe she's a Thai Panther from Muay Thai. That could be it. That would make sense, right? That makes sense. Now, yeah, with this fight, gosh, yeah, because I just realized I didn't actually pick, did I? You know what? Lisboa, yeah. It's that win streak, right? It's that confidence. And also, right, she lost to Dumont and she lost to Shevchenko. But they're fights against high-level competition. You know what I mean? So, you know, she's on this streak and she's fought these high-level people, which is definitely, there's something to that, right? So I'm going Lisboa to take the win. So next we're with the featherweights, right? We have got Yadier Del Valle against Connor Matheus. So, What we got? So, the Cuban Problem, right? Yadier. He is 28, 5'9", 69-inch reach. And people, this is his UFC debut. Came via the Contender Series. He stopped Antonio Montero in October 2024. And outside, he's racking up those wins. He's got some TKOs. He's got some stoppages, right? Got all of those things. And, varied submissions, right? Guillotines, arm bars, rear nakeds. So that him, and he is going up against the controller, Connor Matheus. He is 32, 5'8", 71-inch reach. And the thing being, right, Connor, he also came via the Contender Series. He did it twice, lost once, and then got the win and the contract. Now, Connor is looking to get back control, right? You see what I did there? There's 2 fights in the UFC, 2 losses, right? His debut was against Dennis Bazooka in March 2024, and then he beat Jose Delgado in February this year, 2025. Stopped in both of those fights. Outside the UFC, he's got subs, right? Does like a rear naked choke. That does seem to be his go-to, So it does look like he wants to get things to the ground. But I think what we saw on the Contender Series with Valle was, man, he is tough. He is tough, right? I don't think he's going to be taking any steps back, and he's going to be taking it to you. And he's also got that submission game. You know what I mean? So I don't think Matheus is going to have a fun time. And I'm not sure if he's getting back, unfortunately. Right? So I'm saying Yadier Davao gets the win, people. So then we go to the lightweights. We have Jared Gordon against Thiago Moisés. Right? So Gordon, who's he's had a bit of a rough time of late, old Flash. He's 36, 5'9", 68-inch reach. He's coming off a loss in his last fight, right, which was against Nasrat Haqparast. It was a split decision, and a few of his fights, just like there's the Pimlet fight, which, we all know about. Grant Dawson beat him. There was a no contest against Bobby Green. And he was trying he got a very good win over Mark Madsen, right? Stopped him. I think that might have been the first time Madsen was stopped. And then he retired after that one. So, Jared Gordon is very skilled. He is very skilled. It's just been a bit of a rocky path for him of late. Now, Thiago Moisés, he's 30, 59, 70 and a half inch reach. He's coming off a win in his last one. He is 8-6 in the UFC, came via the Contender Series. I beat Trey Ogden last time out. That was in January this year. Right before that, he lost to Ludwig Klein. He is a tough fighter who's got good kicks, right? He can bring it to you. He's got submissions, right? He, interesting enough, he he did fight, one of the fighters opening up the main card, Ezekiel Costa, right? Got a sub over him. So he's very skilled. He is very skilled. Beat Bobby, right? Beat Bobby Green. Alexander Hernandez, right? He's been in there with Makachev, right? You know what I mean? Like, so he knows what it feels like to fight the best. I do think he might have more weapons than Gordon. You know what I mean? Like, Gordon is very skilled. He's very methodical, but I think Moisés has got more skills. So, I mean, we have seen him crumble in there, but I think, people, I'm going to go with Moisés for that win. So, to end our prelims, we sticking with the lightweights. We have Gabriel Green against Matheus Camilo. Right? So, man, yeah. So, gifted Gabe Green, right? He's 32, 5'10", 73-inch reach. He is coming off a couple of losses. He's 2-3 in the UFC, right? Those last two fights, Brian Battle and Ian Machado Gary. So they're tough, right? He also fought Daniel Rodriguez. You know, went to a decision against Rodriguez and Gary, which is, you know, they're very skilled. So that those are, you know, they're losses, but you can at least hold your head up and be like, yo, I survived them. You know what I mean? He does, you know, outside the UFC, he's got some submissions, right? He's got some knockouts, right? He does have all of those skills, you know? I don't know what belt he is. Now, he is going up against the Jaguar, Matheus Camilo, right? Who is 24, 5'9". We do not know his reach, but he is on a 6-fight win streak. And he is also making his UFC debut. So, he last fought December 2024, right? Got a unanimous decision win. Got TKOs, he's got submissions, right? So he looks like he's got a rounded skill set. Now, anything can happen in the regionals. Because once you can look good, you can be on those streets, you can be knocking people out, you can be subbing people, but how will you be with that step up in competition? Right? How is he's young, he's hungry, he's a Jaguar. Right, I'm going with Camilo to make an impressive debut. Right, that's what I think. I think Green is good, but he doesn't like being the nail. So, he is potentially fighting for his job. Right, we have a few of those people like Connor Mathews, you know what I mean? We like, Luna Pinheiro. We got a few people fighting for their job on these prelims. So expect some wars. But yeah, that's how we're going, right? Now it's time we will jump into the main card.